Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on last year's national champions, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Purdue's offense will go to work first. Here's the handoff. Looking for room at the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Boilermakers are on the move. They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many...
Oh, he's got some space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Purdue!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wisconsin's offense has the ball for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Badgers will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Grove. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
Fires left. Got his man downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they are going to be gassed.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Using the quick game. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Fernandez. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Boilermaker! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. He's got it along the sideline. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He's got the tight end. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Badgers are rolling down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Looking to fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Looking downfield on 1st down. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Rushes on him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Gets it out fast. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. And it slips just inside that right upright. Now the lead is down to 11. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. USF is ahead of this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by just 1 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this.
There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Fernandez. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
And some room to work. Big pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Fernandez. Touchdown, Purdue! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to... Urgency here. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. And the try is no good. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is Coach.
Turning it on! He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. On target. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Badgers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And the defense got him at the 27.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
On third down, he drops the throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Badgers decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The give to the back. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Boilermakers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Makes the catch. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So now it's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. And back to the air on second down. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wants to throw it again. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Wisconsin! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Takes a shot as he throws, and it... a chance, incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Going right to work up top. And the ball's out there after it. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. Great place to start for this offense. Ended off on the counter. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup. Forward to the 33.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it left. He makes a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
One of the the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Keep it on the draw. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Strong, firm tackle.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on.
And that ball is live in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Defense comes up big time on the 4th down play, trying to get the stop, making sure he doesn't get a first down. The fumble, it's just the icing on the sundae. That's fine. We'll take it, but more importantly, they got the big stop and the turnover on downs.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return. He'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Rides the back on the option, the give. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The give and tick, 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 tick. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. power football with the run. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Purdue! And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Pulls it in. It's Fernandez. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. USF is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 19 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. On 3rd down, going up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible.